POV, you're the CIA assassin who doesn't exist. Your alarm goes off at 5:12 a.m. You wake up in a one-bedroom apartment outside Washington, D.C. The same apartment you've lived in for 6 years. Same coffee maker. Same grey couch. Same neighbor who waves every morning while walking his dog. To everyone around you, you're an analyst. A government contractor. A man whose biggest concern is spreadsheets and conference calls. That's the cover. The truth is buried so deep that even most people inside the intelligence community don't know you exist. Your name isn't on any organizational chart. Your badge doesn't open any government building. Your personnel file exists in a server that officially doesn't. When people ask what you do for a living, the answer is a lie designed by professionals. And you've been telling it for 15 years. The phone rings at 6:03. One ring. Then silence. That's the signal. You finish your coffee, leave the mug in the sink, and drive to a parking garage 3 miles away. Level 6. Space 427. A black sedan waits for you. Not your car. Nothing is ever your car. Inside the glove compartment is a passport, 20,000 in mixed currencies, and a photograph. The photograph is all you get. No briefing. No explanation. No mission presentation. Just a face. Male. 53. Former intelligence officer. Current problem. A small note is clipped to the photo. Window, 72 hours. That's enough. It always is. By noon you're on a flight to Prague. Economy seat. Middle row. Nobody notices you. That is the first skill they taught you. Not shooting. Not fighting. Disappearing. The ability to become forgettable. You spent months learning how to be average. Average posture. Average clothing. Average eye contact. Human camouflage. The world's most dangerous people are rarely the loudest. They're the ones nobody remembers seeing. You land just after sunset. A local asset leaves a key inside a newspaper box near the river. The apartment waiting for you is empty except for a bed, a table, and a folder. The folder contains 3 things. Photos. Schedules. Patterns. People don't realize how predictable they are. Everyone has rituals. Everyone. The target buys coffee at exactly 8:17 every morning. Uses the same entrance. Sits at the same table. Leaves after 12 minutes. Routine is the enemy. Routine gets people killed. For 2 days you watch. You never approach. Never improvise. You simply observe. Hour after hour. A man walking his dog. A woman reading on a balcony. Tourists taking pictures. And the target. Always the target. By the end of the second day you know more about him than some of his friends. You know when he eats. When he sleeps. Which hand reaches for a door. Which shoulder he favors when carrying weight. You know the shape of his life. And once you know the shape of a life, ending it becomes simple. The hard part isn't the action. The hard part is everything afterward. Day 3. 7:58 a.m. The city is waking up. Streetcars moving. Coffee shops opening. People rushing to jobs they'll complain about later. The target enters his usual cafe. You enter 30 seconds later. Nobody notices. The barista takes orders. Music plays softly. The smell of coffee fills the room. Normal. Completely normal. You sit 3 tables away. Wait. 1 minute. 2. 3. Then the target suddenly freezes. His hand tightens around the coffee cup. Confusion crosses his face. Then pain. Then nothing. He collapses. Customers scream. Someone calls emergency services. People rush to help. You stand up calmly. Leave cash on your table. Walk out the front door. By the time the ambulance arrives, you're already 3 blocks away. Official cause of death? Massive cardiac event. Tragic. Unexpected. Natural. No investigation. No headlines. No questions. The mission disappears before it even becomes a story. That night you're on another flight. Another passport. Another name. Looking out the window as clouds drift beneath the aircraft. Nobody applauds. Nobody thanks you. No medals. No recognition. The world continues exactly as it did before. And maybe that's the point. A week later you're back home. Your daughter visits for the weekend. She's 10 now. She talks about school. About friends. About a science project she won. You listen. Really listen. Because these moments are rarer than they should be. At one point she asks why you're always traveling. You smile. Give the same answer you've given 100 times. Work. She nods. Accepts it. Kids trust their parents. Sometimes more than they should. Later that night she's asleep on the couch. The television glows softly in the dark. You sit alone in the kitchen. Looking at a family photo. Thinking about the man in Prague. Thinking about all the others. The people whose names you memorized. Then erased. The missions nobody will ever know happened. The lives saved. The lives taken. The lines crossed. The parts of yourself left behind. You wonder how many more years you can do this. How many more names? How many more cities? How many more lies? Then your phone vibrates. Once. A new message. A new face. A new city. A new deadline. You stare at it for a long moment. Then lock the screen. Because somewhere in the world, another person is living what they believe is a normal day. And they have absolutely no idea that someone who doesn't officially exist is already on the way.